ﷺ can't see. Then he turns his back, he takes away his hand, and Moses saw the back of God. So he's got a backside, his God. He's going to have a front side. It will be too horrible for Musa to see. He could have fainted. So if God has got a backside and a front side, he's got a top side and a bottom side. If there is such a God, then you have a right to demand wanting to see him. If God with a top side and a bottom side, he must be located somewhere. So Gagarin, the Russian astronaut, when he went out into outer space and when he returned after so many spins, newspapers of the world carried banner headlines in inverted commas. Where is your God? Where are your angels? Question mark. Gagarin. So I meet a Christian missionary. I said, look at this. This guy is asking wanting to see God or wanting to see angels. So he says, he's a fool. I said, no, he's not a fool, you are a fool. It is the concept you gave him that God told Father Christmas, sitting on some planet, with his feet dangling on the earth with his footstool, the heaven is his canopy, the loving Father in heaven, millions and millions of times bigger than man, or something like a man. It is a concept you gave him. Do you believe in a God like that? No. So no. You don't believe, so he doesn't believe. He doesn't believe in a God like that. So he has taken the first step. He says, La ilaha, there is no God. First step, you have to say, what? La, why la? Yes. Just begin with La ilaha, no ilaha, there is no object of worship, there is no God. This is God, monkey God, he says no. This elephant God, he says no. This woman God, he says no. This Jesus God, he says no. The God that Moses or Adam saw in the garden, he says no. The one that Moses saw his backside, he says no. So, he's taken the first step. Making you say, love God. That's all. He said, La ilaha, should you congratulate him? No. We have to learn with the Jew, with the Christian, with the Hindu, atheist, agnostic, anybody, everybody. This is a secret. Try and find common ground from where to start. And there is, if you put on your thinking that there isn't a person with whom you can't get started on that level. Whatever he says, try and find a common ground. And get off from it. Get off of it. Sorry, my brother, I'm giving you.
Sister, this question comes from a sister who wrote it.
Really? Not easy.
I can't read it. It's a little dry.
No, Urdu quick. Padega bhai.
It's in Arabic.
Arabic.
سؤال يقول هل المسيحيين الذين هم الآن هم من يحل لنا أكل طعامهم وأن يأكلون طعامنا وأن يأكلوا طعامنا كما جاء في القرآن الكريم? She is asking me if this Christianity who are living nowadays are those people who they allow to eat our food and we allow to eat their food as revealed in Quran.
My dear sister who wrote this, you see, my strength is my weakness. My strength is that I am an expert in comparative religion. And I told you how I became an expert. This is my field. This is the matter of Sharia, the law of Islam. Sharia, you ask the alim. If he doesn't know, replace it, get another one. This is not my field, please. Don't embarrass me, because I'm going to make statements here and then you put me in a compromising position. You watch, I'm talking about comparative things with authority. I said I'm an expert, and I am an expert. If you have any problem in that field, come to me, it makes me happy. Because when I'm explaining to this, I'm feeling that I'm shining before you all. This now I start answering, I start apologizing before you. Make me feel very small. Don't belittle me. Ask the chef and the imam. When the time comes, no, this is not the occasion. Right, any other question?
Brother Deedat, nice to have you here amongst us. My question is in a form of a little statement. A little while ago we heard your speech telling us that in your place, back home in Surat, there were a lot of neon lights and people used to be proud of wearing this kind of I-21. And when you went back recently, you found that people didn't have their caps on. there's a lot of persecution going on there. Similarly, here in this country, there is a color discrimination. And worst is the religious discrimination. And especially we Muslims. And especially...
I think the mic is not on.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam.
Simply for those people who have not heard this before, I was putting a question in a form of a statement that Brother Deedat had visited back in India, his place where he originally came from. And people used to, in them days, wear this cap on their head. And there were some nearby, the people who really fought and defended Islam. But then recently when he went back, he found that people weren't wearing this cap because India is now independent and there's not a persecution going on of the Muslims there. My question is this, that in India, there are many more Muslims than there are here in England. In England, there is a discrimination of color and there is a greater discrimination of religion. We have an Islamic Education Society in Hayes, and when I approached a government department for an assistance, they looked at the name of my letterhead at Islamic Education Society, and they said, sorry, we don't give any help to the religious organization. Now, this society doesn't only propagate Islam, but it also does other social work for the community in that area. And the Muslims everywhere have their own social needs apart from their religion. But they are thrown out of the window simply from the title. We also heard that in India, they are trying to dissuade you from using your name. The example was given. Similarly, there is an effort here also to dissuade you from using your name, to dissuade you not to use your Islamic name for the organization. Take out the word Islam completely. Take out the word Muslim completely. Become a youth, Asian youth. Right. Become an Asian youth organization. Then of course you will get all the funds. But that Asian youth may be controlled by the Muslim youth. I am asking Ahmed Deedat to throw more light and tell us that how do we defend this identity under such circumstances.
Thank you.
You see, if as it is, you can't hide your identity, that you are not an Englishman. Bulk of us. There are some of us might pass, but very few, can pass as a white man. A white man in South Africa, European. So, in the very first look, you know that you are an outsider, an interloper. Now, religious identity. I said, look, suppose it militate against your job. In the office, if you wear this, the guy doesn't want you, discrimination. You can keep taking off. But as soon as you come out in your own time, who's stopping you? In your own time, when you get into the underground, who stops you? So, the very fact that you find half a dozen people wearing